Is this still worth it in 2020? Short answer, no. But I'm going to go over why and what you can get instead of this. Now, the shortest version I can give you of the why is it used to perform well, and that was part of why it got recommended so highly. Which people seem to forget that was why this was good, is because it performed well. But it stopped performing well because ingredients had to change, whatever, it happens. No longer does. I'll tell you what does. It smells very similar. Pineapple Vintage Intense. This is not a clone of Creed Aventus. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Pineapple Vintage Intense is not a clone of Creed Aventus, but it does smell similar, and it does smell good. What is a clone of Creed's Aventus, and I don't have a full bottle, but I will get one, especially whenever my Creed Aventus runs out, I'm going to buy one, because I can't tell the difference between the two. Emperor by the same house. The Eau de Parfum is my preferred. The Extrait also smells identical to Aventus, but I like the performance better on the Eau de Parfum. Projects much better to me on my skin. That one is a clone of Creed Aventus, and I think that Emperor by Parfums Vintage kind of makes modern Creed Aventus just obsolete. Now, other alternatives, if you wanted something that could accomplish what Creed Aventus does, but it doesn't have to smell just like Creed Aventus. Something that does blue fragrance stuff without smelling like a blue fragrance. This is a good one on the low end. If you were looking at, I would say I would go with this over a Club de Nuit Intense. This smells a lot less like Aventus, but this smells a lot better as a standalone fragrance. This is a good one. Just as a break from the generic blue fragrances, this is a great, I want to smell something different, but I need it to do the same crap that a blue fragrance would do. Another awesome one is Office for Men by Jeremy Fragrance, or Fragrance One. This one is genuinely, like, trying to get you to see the fill level on mine. This stuff is great, man. My voice just cracked. This stuff kills it. I don't care what anybody says. Like, genuinely. I mean, look at this is 100 ml, this is a 50. 50, 100. Look at those fill levels. And tell me which one I get more use out of. And this was less expensive, honestly. Got them both on discount. This one was a one-time code that, yes, you probably can't find today, but if you wait for deals, or you get that together with date, that's a good deal. You can find deals. Jeremy likes to throw us deals now and then. Just wait for a good one. Wait for a good one. Date is good as well. So I would say, if you want something like date and you want something like this, get that bundle. Get both of them. They're both good. Out of the two, I'd say I get a lot more use out of Office. Ended up decanting out most of my date and just selling it. Not because it's not good, but because I have other things that do the same stuff. If I'm gonna go on a date, I'm more likely to wear like a Bikillian Black Phantom, because that's more my style. But if I were going on a first date for men, top of my list. I'm gonna be real, top of my list. Yeah, alternatives to Creed Aventus that do blue fragrance things that were not a blue fragrance. I think this is a great one. These are just ideas. This is not necessarily any kind of ranking here. These are just some ideas. Acquadigio Profumo does great too. It's not really a blue fragrance, even though it gets kind of tossed in that type of thing. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. So I would say today, instead of getting Creed Aventus, I would go with one of their clones or one of their versions of Aventus, one of theirs, or just go with something a little bit different. This does great. This performs as well as any batch of Aventus ever did, and gets better compliments. That's actually why I have Pineapple Vintage Intense and Office for Men, and not Emperor in my collection, because I do care a lot about compliments. I do care a lot about how people like. To me, fragrance is a way to present myself to others in a positive light. So stuff like this does a lot better for me than stuff like Creed Aventus that like 1 out of every 5 people think smells like death. Um, these ones no one dislikes, and most people like more. Not me, honestly, smelling it myself. I prefer Creed Aventus, just me, what I like. But the way I wear fragrance is kind of for the people around me, to present myself positively to them. And if you care about that, then those are great options.